What's going on, you guys? My name is Rayge, and we are back today as promised with a Cosmic Crucible Season 5 update. So actually, at the time of recording, we actually just wrapped up this battle here as well. So I got actually 2 opponents I'm going to be reviewing with you in terms of the progress, but it's 2 wins in a row actually, just thanks to my opponent here actually already getting his battles in, even though we just reset an hour ago. I mean, so shout out to him. We're able to at least take a look at what's working and what hasn't, but as well, pretty close battles to say the least, guys. I mean, even with this one here, I think it was like only a couple 100-point difference too. So a lot of folks are keeping their teams on offense, obviously, to clear through all the teams, it seems like, in this new season. But before we get started, let me show you guys my defense here in terms of what seems to be working, at least for my mixed roster. And keep in mind, guys, I am free to play, but so far it's a balanced defensive and offensive approach, which I've been really appreciating. Room 1, Infinity Watch. This is just such a good synergistic team, especially with the majority of them having strikers. It pulls a lot of a good team potentially for this, and if they can pull a good team away, that's another chance that we can actually get them to fail on an attempt there. I have this random hybrid here of Infestation with Black Widow and Big Time, added with Kestrel with the first diamond there. Super awesome upgrade. Shang-Chi and then Doctor Doom, with them getting the benefits of being skill and tech. We got Death Seed there on Corrupting Power, and then we have my Young Avengers with Dormammu giving them extra survivability, Unlimited X-Men and Apocalypse, and then lastly my Gamma in the Room 6 status. So I mean, overall these teams have been doing really good because they've been able to pull away a lot of good enemy attacks, and let me show you guys the results here for both of these enemies that I faced against, as well as my attacks too. So defensive wise, let's just start from Room 1 and work our way down. But it looks like in order to beat Infinity Watch, it does take an arsenal. I've seen a pretty consistent mixture of Eternals with Emma Frost, Doctor Doom to get through it. Room 2, Death Seed can take down obviously my mix match here, but they need a pretty big Death Seed to take them down, so that was nice to see for sure. I was also curious if this is even a good team to start with. Then we also have my Death Seed here on defense. This is actually a really cool defense because I didn't realize how good they were doing, and you can see someone attempted with a Death Seed punching down, failed, and then as well even Secret Defender is actually failing against it. So I'm really happy with this defense that just synergizes extremely well, especially with the benefits of them having reduced energy, but as well being able to clear all the negative debuffs and share that when you use ultimate. Stage 4, it looks like with this one anyways, I'm still able to at least pull a good Pegasus team, which is awesome to see. I wasn't expecting too much, but I love how formidable Young Avengers has stayed, even with the fact that I haven't really added much into them. This is the Unlimited X-Men with my Apocalypse, so I do need to count a mirror match here of another Apocalypse with Kang and Masters of Evil, so that was great that they used that on them. And then lastly, the Gamma team can be taken down by Unlimited X-Men. So good to know going forward. What are my attacks looking like now? Actually, it was pretty lucky. I don't know if my opponent here just wasn't sure of the Cosmic Crucible change, but you can see here, he had Gamma on Room 1, so I easily cleaned up with my Darkhold team, plus Nova just to add some survivability. Room 2, Bifrost was on defense, so that's why I'm thinking maybe they were still thinking about last season. But anyways, this is pretty easy cleanup. Tangle Web plus my Eternals, easy cleanup. Room 3 here, Infinity Watch's defense, not too bad, but even my Rebirth team punching down, so great to see that they still have some value. Obviously not as good as last season where we got the raid bonuses, but even Rebirth doing exceptionally well in Stage 3, so this is definitely an option. I like Stage 3 because both Captain America and Captain Carter can cleanse, right? And you have constant cleansing, even with the fact that there's a debuff that spreads with your ultimate, they're constantly cleansing, so it actually worked out really well. So good to see them finally being an offensive option, which is super surprising. Stage 4, easy cleanup. My hybrid New Warriors mixed in with Shuri and Omega Red, cleaning up the Rebirth that was on defense there. I got my Masters of Evil cleaning up New Warriors on defense, plus Tangle Web. And then lastly, my opponents used Dormhold combination and easily cleaned that up with Secret Defenders punching up. So yeah, super good. Like I said, I felt bad for my opponent because I feel like he probably missed the boat on that change there. Now for the most recent battle here that just ended up, and then we can see some similar patterns, guys. So let me walk you through it. But yeah, there's some really cool stuff here. At least we're seeing, what works and what doesn't. So it looks like consistently, this opponent also used Eternals against my Infinity Watch with Tangle Web. So I really like how my my small baby Infinity Watch team, 850k is by no means impressive, but it's pulling away some pretty good offensive options from my opponent. So that's awesome to see, actually. So that's a big win for me when they can see how serious this team can be in stage 1. Stage 2, again, this random hodgepodge. I love the fact that folks are using the secret defenders, because it just gets rid of such a strong team, and they're taking my defense seriously, which is awesome. So another wasted attack there from a very, very good team. I love how they're pulling away a good offensive option. And once again, guys, check this out. Dev Seed in room 3. Like I was just theory crafting here, but it seems to be doing something. Someone else also punched down Dev Seed. We wiped them out, and they still needed to utilize their new warriors. So this probably was the reason I won this round, is because of the fact that they had a failed attempt and then had to clean up. So loving this defense, especially with them being pretty decent at 1.2 million. The only one at gear tier 18 is my nemesis, because I brought him into Dark Dimension 6, but awesome to see how well they're doing on defense. So I'm, hoping you guys can use this as well. But it seems to be, throwing a lynch in some of my opponent's plans. We got my Dormammu here my Dormammu plus Young Avengers once again, and them even using the full Darkhold team against me. So huge punch down, but I bet you my opponent was surprised that I actually got the win here. So another good defense. I really love this aspect too, just seeing more aspects of how we can switch things up with Unlimited and Apocalypse getting the barrier. My opponent tried to mirror match me. It looks like that failed, and as well they had to bring in some hybrid mixture characters to clean up, but again, this likely costing them the match with the multiple attempts. Last but not least, my Gamma on defense, Gamma mirror match cleanup. So obviously my opponent had a lot stronger offensive options than myself, but great to see that size differential. And it's not about the size of the roster, it's really about the strategy, and that's essentially how we got the big W here. So attack wise, what did I do? It seems like consistently I do have lower levels, but got the job done here. I just put a bunch of striker characters because this was so easy. Do not do this. Do not put invaders on defense, because that is just a trigger for the Eternals to come in, and I just put in a random Thor, Silver Surfer, Dr. Octopus. Honestly, all you really need is Icarus and Cersei to clean this up when you have invaders. I highly recommend putting any invaders on defense. They're just such an easy win for the room. Stage 2 here, we were up against a Rebirth team. Again, maybe my opponent hasn't updated their teams from last season, but that's probably one of the reasons why Rebirth was on defense. But anyways, super easy cleanup with my Tangle Web plus new warriors. Nothing to go there. The Young Avengers we were up against on defense, and easy cleanup. I utilized once again my Rebirth team plus Nova just for some additional burst and support. But yeah, Rebirth is becoming an offensive option for me, surprisingly. So I really like how they're getting used and some value from stage 3. So I'll continue plugging along and see maybe if it is just my opponent's not updating, but we'll see. And then otherwise, I think this was my last attack actually. So I just threw in my Secret Defenders because Infinity Watch was the last team left. Because I was trying to clear out the other rooms beforehand. We have Nowhere on defense, and then using Masters of Evil, super easy cleanup. I also don't think Nowhere is a good defensive team, but I mean, if you just need a body there for defense to save up an option, it's viable, but it's just a super easy way to get it clear, and kind of similar to Invaders, right? I think Nova is so much better as an offensive option, so just feedback there. And then lastly, guys, this was an impressive team, though. I do like Undying with Quicksilver, Dormammu, and Dr. Doom on defense. However, even a Darkhold team, just standard, can punch up quite significantly there. So we won because our opponent failed twice, but as well, we had better efficiencies too, just with lower level teams. So I was up against some opponents that had a higher TCP, but great to see again. Cosmic Crucible is about the strategy of what you place in terms of defense, and then what you can pivot as an offensive option. Hopefully this helps you guys. That's 2 players and 2 opponents that we were able to clear out, and I'm going for the 3rd win hopefully tomorrow. But yeah, it's been a pretty good start to the season. Again, mind you, I think some of my opponents just didn't see the update, but still really good practice to see what team combinations work. And so far, Dev Seed seems to be a big win in the room 3. So if you guys haven't tried that out, let me know what you think, or if it works for you guys. But hopefully that helps you guys to get some W's out of this. Thank you as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.